are on the riverbank of Nidelven with the best chef in the world, Davy Tissot.
Hello, nice to meet you. Merci beaucoup.
It's an honor to have you here in Trondheim. I was witnessing your class, your presentation earlier today, and you are here, of course, to try some of the Norwegian seafood ingredients.
Yeah, of course, because I'm in Norway.
Yes, and you are the last winner of the Bocuse D'or.
Yes.
We had a Norwegian guy there also, Philip August-Bendy.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the European Championship.
Yeah.
So it takes years and years, and they say that just to prepare for the Bocuse D'or is 2 years time.
Yes,
working?
2 years and 20 years ago. Yeah, it's very long way for the Bocuse d'Or.
But it
because the Norway team is very strong, and I learned looking the Norway team.
But you beat them this time. And what are you going? You're going to do a demonstration for us. I will try with un petit peu France for the French.
Bien sûr.
Oui. And le saumon, Saint-Jacques, le crabe royal.
Crabe royal. Parfait.
These are all from this area.
Yeah, normally just the recipe with the salmon.
Yeah.
But I have in my fridge this morning scallop and crabs. I use this.
You have a nice fridge.
Yeah, it's very nice fridge. This morning, very nice.
So, what are you going to do with this?
I prepared a simple recipe. A recipe come from Marseille, soupe de poisson, normally.
Yeah.
And I used potatoes, mashed potatoes with
I can do mashed
garlic.
potatoes.
Yeah,
Okay.
it come from here.
Yeah.
And I prepare in France soupe de poisson.
Yeah, and that is a very special stock
Yes.
from a little fish that lives in the caves on the coast.
Yeah, normally in Mediterranean it's the best, but this is with the fish come from Norway.
Okay, so this is not as good as the French.
No, it's good. It's different.
Okay, and it's a small fish called rouge.
Rouget.
Rouget. And it has a lot of concentrated flavor.
And small crabs.
And small
Very
crabs
small.
also, which is also very good to use in making stock.
And normally in France you use the aioli.
Yeah.
Aioli is the typical sauce for the bouillabaisse.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Oui.
I start?
Yep,
Go?
please.
Okay. I take olive oil. Okay? And put inside garlic.
Garlic, oui.
Okay, and cooking little bit.
And I also hear that you are going fishing when you are here.
I think Friday.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Salmon fishing?
Yes.
Ooh,
The
very
first time
difficult.
for me.
You have
I never fishing.
but I hope you get some. But you have a perfect assistant here, Adrian Løvold, which is one of the best chefs we have here in Norway. So you have been really lucky with your assistant. And I was telling David that actually the Nidelven running behind us here is a salmon river.
Yeah, it is.
And they catch really big salmon.
Of course, it's a super good salmon river.
And what do you think that when Davy is coming here as the reigning champ of Bocuse d'Or, what does it mean for the gastronomy city of Trondheim?
I think it means a lot. First of all, Mr. Davy is a very good guy.
I can smell the Mediterranean.
Yeah.
Very generous, and also sets a good sample of how to behave. And then for the young generation, that tomorrow we're going for the culinary school, where we're going to have a session with them, and it means a lot for the young generation, the generation like me, and the entire restaurant scene in
So you are going to inspire the young chefs.
Yeah.
What happens if they get so good that they will beat the Frenchman in 20 years from now?
I make my preparation, please.
But that's very generous.
I
And
put
this is
inside verbena.
Ja,
Verben.
Sitronverbena.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Inside.
melissa, right?
Nei, verbena.
Verbena.
Yeah.
What's in English?
Basilic.
Basilic.
Yeah.
Lots of herbs.
Yeah.
Fresh herbs.
Just for the infusion. Okay. It's very important you're cooking this because after inside is no good. And very cooking
so you have
slowly.
to make it very soft
Yeah,
and
yes.
tender.
And for the soup.
With
I
a little
put-
bit of orange.
Yeah.
The peel
Yes.
and the lemon peel.
Lemon.
Wow.
Yes, for the fresh.
And lime peel.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, perfect. So now you're baking the base for
Yes.
the
And
poisson
this,
soup.
after I make a infusion, just 20 minutes, 10
Okay.
or 20 minutes. No boil, no cooking.
Okay.
Okay? Just,
Oh, it already smells fantastic.
okay?
It has this rich.
And for the aioli or mashed potatoes, I put the mashed potatoes inside. Okay? And little bit, sorry. Soup for the flavor.
Is this a traditional South France
Yes, aioli.
dish? Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not the aioli we know, which is a mayonnaise. This is a oil-based.
It's
No eggs.
inspired from the Marseille,
Yes.
the bouillabaisse from Marseille.
Yeah.
So that's your favorite region for seafood? Is around Marseille?
Yes, for the special fish, for the little,
Rouget?
yes, for the rouget, and you have another region for the fish, Bretagne.
Yeah.
It's very nice for the lobster.
And the oysters.
Yeah, and oyster. Yeah, I like oyster come from Bretagne.
Yeah.
Oyster Isigny
Yeah.
is the best because it's in the sea.
You have also a lot of very, very interesting food places in France.
Of course.
Have
Is
you been
the-
around there, Adrian?
I've been lucky to travel some in France, and it's the how I say the godfather of cooking. And the city where Davy is from, Lyon, is the capital of food in the world.
No,
Yeah.
the world.
World, yeah.
Ah.
So had some very good experience from Lyon.
But Norway and, of course, other countries, but especially Norway and France are really competing every time there is, every second year
Yeah.
for the Bocuse d'Or. But still, you seem like such good friends.
Of course, in the end, we are colleagues, friends. We visit each other's cuisine and travel around the world. So it's a big family and it's competitive, but in the end, we are all good friends.
And also working to promote good food and good food from the sea, good local food, and the
After-
art of cooking.
Have to remember our job is to create good experience for our guests. That's the most important. And we travel abroad for find inspiration to pick up small tricks which you can integrate in your own kitchen. So
But what would you say, Adrian? What does it take to win the Bocuse d'Or like David did?
it's
Very nice.
You like
it's
it?
unhuman. I think it's a travel. It starts many years before the competition. I think especially the 2 years prior to the competition is you eat, sleep, and drink Bocuse d'Or for all day,
Yeah, and
maybe all
it's-
night as well.
It's of course also very inspiring when you bring David to meet the young chefs of this region, and of course it's important to have visiting chefs in the top from the top in the world when Trondheim is hosting the European Championship in 2024. Will you be back then 2024 in Trondheim.
Ah, yeah, of course.
Yeah, yeah.
You invite me.
Yeah, of course. It's easy. If you make mashed potatoes like that, you can come
Yeah,
anytime.
and you try the soup because the infusion is nice. And texture.
Ooh, fantastic texture, richness in flavor. And then you can feel a little bit of the Mediterranean. So it's actually the best, probably the best soup in the world, made by the best chef in the world.
Thanks.
It's not very often I get to be on the kitchen with the best chef in the world.
Now I'm cooking the. I'm cooking the fish.
The fish, yes.
Of course.
And a good tip there, of course, is to look at you now, Davy, for those at home, and make sure that they don't cook the fish too much, right, Adrian?
That's the main part here is the technique he used for keep the moist of the fish.
But this mashed potato he just made is, I mean, it's a meal in itself.
Yeah, it's very nice.
If you had this, I could have just that for dinner. It was so good. Just
it's
needed a
very
bottle
nice.
of champagne.
Just just the white wine.
Yeah.
It's nice, and just you take the bread.
Yeah.
You're cooking.
Toasted.
Yes, toasted. And after you take the garlic,
Yeah.
you put the potatoes, olive oil, and that's all.
And French wine.
Fantastic.
And French
Or
wine.
pastis.
Oh,
As you want.
pastis.
Ah,
Interesting tips.
this is
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay. Super.
So now
Now cooking the
the Saint-Jacques and the
Saint-Jacques
salmon.
and fish.
All
and
three.
Yeah. 3.
Yeah. So this will be a 3 course.
Yes.
3 course in one.
Yeah.
Salt.
Have you been working a lot with these ingredients from Norway, the seafood, before?
Yeah, it's nice, and it's for me it's important when you are in the region, you use the product come from in the region.
Yeah. And of course here we have the Saint-Jacques. They are probably from here, Frøya,
They are from the islands outside Trondheim.
The king crab is a bit further,
Yeah,
but still is in Norway.
it's in Norway.
And the salmon is also probably from the Trondheim area. So
What's interesting is also these ingredients has been the main ingredients in the Bocuse D'or main contest. When I was the commie for Norway in 2009,
yeah,
we had Norwegian scallop as one of the ingredients.
and they are so big.
Yeah, and this is actually compared to what you can get is a medium size.
It's true. It's so amazing the size of these scallops. But I mean the secret is really this fantastic sauce, the stock you have made, and then not do too much with the seafood itself, right?
I put inside. Yeah, look, it's made. Okay.
Lovely smell of
And
seafood.
now is the work.
You have a nice.
That's for me. That's a new technique.
Yes,
Yeah.
because the flavor is very interesting. After.
Because there's flavor
Yeah.
in this also.
Yeah.
So
That's
never.
a good idea.
Yeah.
So
Okay, this one.
when you buy these fantastic,
yeah.
this is handpicked by divers, Adrian.
Yeah.
It's a seashell.
It's a seashell.
So don't throw away the packaging when you get one of these scallops. And they also work very well as a plate, this cover. So you use quite a lot of heat, but short time, to make a nice crust.
Yeah, just little bit.
The crust, and then it's soft inside.
Yes, after slowly. For finished. Okay.
And Adrian, this the soup now made with this little red fish, rouge, normal in Marseille. But here he has used another fish
No, he's brought it from the
Marseille.
soup. Yeah.
for us. Ooh la la.
So it's a combination of Norwegian and French seafood.
So what the stock is, of course, a little bit of the secret here, in addition to the technique.
So that's probably why he make it at home, so we don't share the secret with us.
Yeah. It's like when you have bakers traveling around with their own dough.
Yeah.
Sourdough in a small box.
A little bit, but they explain the process is that they have a passeur for get all the flavor out of the fish. So it's not like you boil a fish stock and strain it straight away, but you have this technique for bring more depth to the.
And you use the whole fish with everything.
Yeah, and it's a shellfish similar to Norwegian we call strandkrabbe.
But you have used the strandkrabbe a lot, and it has intense flavor.
Yeah. I think from originally the soup they put whatever they can find in the market and make.
And then the point is to really squeeze out everything from the fish, not just boil it a little bit and then
so
use.
You can see it's.
You use also the lemon, no, the orange zest in when you are deep in the frying pan.
Yeah, after. I take just for the crab.
Make a nice glaze.
Herbs and then the
and when you're finished, you put the lime.
This will be a good sauce in itself.
Fantastic. Okay, I put inside the mashed potatoes.
How to build that? Arne build out mashed potatoes. They are like little pieces of art when you present them like this.
Okay, can stop this.
Look how fresh they seem here now, with nice crust from the high temperature, but a very short time. So it's nice and soft inside, and especially these scallops. They can be like a ping pong ball, or no, like a.
This looks very good. And now we have this.
And this is special preparation. This is the chutney with the lime, with the skin of the lime.
Yeah.
I cooking 10 or 12 hours with the sugar, little bit sugar and water, and vanilla. Vanilla.
Vanille, and only the zest.
For 10 hours or 12 hours, only the zest. After for
reduce it.
Yes, little bit. After I use the inside for 10 hours more.
You have to be a patient man, my friend.
After I mix. Okay.
It's very,
good.
It's very intense.
Yes.
The flavor.
Oi! Wow! It's citrus flavor that's so strong and so rich, and nothing you've ever tasted before.
It's very, very nice.
Yeah, it's nice because you can use with the fish or sometimes with the meat. The white meat is very nice for the veal, chicken.
Yeah.
It's good.
But you need those 20 hours.
Yes.
20 hours, Adrian. That's it's a lot of hard work. It looks simple, but to get the rich flavors,
you have to work for it. But it's a lot of the process in the kitchen. Is many hours to prepare. That is hard to believe if you have not worked in the kitchen.
and the techniques and the presentation is, as we spoke. I mean, presentation is also an important part in Bocuse d'Or.
Yep.
The flavors, of course, is probably most important, but how to present it is also important.
Of course.
It is going to be an experience for the. I mean, as a good chef, the experience is also to see the food before you eat it. Ja, der litt. Det sånn.
Oxalis, sorrel.
Oxalis.
And this I like the oxalis because I like the acidity.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I put the flour, the fennel is interesting because I have inside.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And you have the same flowers in France?
Yes, of course. For the pastis.
For the pastis, ah. So it has a small of like a licorice, little bit of licorice flavor. Anise.
Anisey.
Anise.
Yeah. Want more or a good
No, it's okay. Salt.
salt? Hot.
Aye, aye, aye. We have to do this more often.
Okay. And it's fantastic. And the sauce now.
And it's not really been boiling and boiling and boiling. You have just keeping it sort of lukewarm all the time.
I think it's the process. Earlier in the process is not boiling, but simmering.
Simmering. So it's important not to boil too much, right?
It's about finesse and elegance.
Oh, it's a piece of art. C'est
Yeah,
magnifique.
it's simple. You can see the scallop, salmon fish and crabs.
Yeah, and
And the
the,
color is nice.
and the seafood really comes
Yeah.
up. It looks beautiful. And we know from tasting a little bit of what you have, the flavor is très bien.
You can.
It's a piece of art.
Yeah. Très très bon.
Très, très bon. C'est magnifique. Merci, merci.
Mais avec plaisir. Thank you.
Thank you. C'est une grande expérience pour moi.
Yeah, me too.
We're going to auction this for 1 million euro. Just go into the website and no, we're not going to auction it. We're going to eat it, and I'm going to send over to you, Karen. I hope you have something interesting. I know that you have been talking to some people that have been doing an important deal. We have been making this dish, so thanks from here for now.